Hello everyone, it's been a while and I've been meaning to do an upload for a good long while. I've just haven't had time. Typical old me, or I just can't be bothered to do them. Either way, here's a video. Now you might have seen on my shorts, I teased the next video, that being this bad boy, the rifle number 4. And yeah, I teased it. And ever since I got this thing in January, I bloody love it. The sling that didn't come with it. It's a pretty unique sling. I brassoed it myself. Fit the weapon on up. As you can see, the stock is in really nice condition. Now this is something that is a little bit of a pet peeve of mine. When people decide to call this the Mark IV number 1, I'm like, what? Or even the Mark IV. This is not a Mark IV. This is a number 4 Mark 1, which is a massive pet peeve of mine. I hate it. And it's mainly because, well, the SMLE was a rifle, well, no, the number 1 Mark III. And then the 22 version SMLE was the number 2 Mark III, I think that's what it was called, and so on and so forth. But then again, if we're actually going off proper designation, military terminology, the SMLE became rifle number 1, the 22 became rifle number 2, the P14 became rifle number 3, and then further and further on, it was just rifle number whatever it is. So this is the rifle number 4 Mark 1, or just a rifle number 4. The jungle carbine would be called a rifle number 5, and so on and so forth. Now you might have seen this from a good long while ago, that this is in fact a, safety's not on, that this is a Savage made gun. Savage number 4 Mark 1 star. And the markings are on the socket here, unlike the SMLE, will be on the other side of the socket. So that is the number there that you use to find the date on this rifle. Because the way the US marks theirs, it was basically a big serial number to find the month and the year that it was manufactured. So this is, I looked it up, this number here, excluding the C, so 832398, that is 1944, but I haven't been able to pinpoint an exact month. So it could be January to, or anywhere, January, February 1944. Now mine's an interesting example of a Savage, as we have this marking here. And there's your deactivation marking right there. But as you can see right here, it has BNP and with the crown. Now this is a very interesting marking, and thanks to Steel Helmet Stan, who has a Swedish Mauser with the same marking of BNP but 6.5 Swede. I know this means British Nitro Power. And what that normally means is that this number 4 was in a target shooting club for some time, or was in the UK market for a good long while. So there's that. Just like a bit like of some of the other Savage made guns, they would have this 2 flip sight. So this is 300 with the bayonet fixed, and this is 600 without the bayonet fixed. I'll probably throw in a sight picture as well. But what makes these #4 Mark 1 stars is the fact that you have a cut in the rail here. Unlike the British ones where, and there's also going to safety check this at the same time, the gun is clear, and yes, it has been deactivated. There is a bar in the chamber. You can even see there the bolt head has been ground off and there's no extractor. Either way, so unlike the British ones where you'd have to lift up the bolt and withdraw it to the rear, there's a little detent here. You push that down, bring the bolt back, lift the bolt head up. Meanwhile, with the #4 Mark 1 stars, and yes, Savage did make a very early #4 where it did have that little catch there. But either way, so what you want to do is you want to lift the bolt up. I'm using my left hand. What you can do is, I like to hold down the trigger. Just do that, and then just try, it's a bit of an awkward angle. Hey, I got it out. And out comes your bolt. See, it's been ground off, so don't, oh, for God's sake. Bloody focusing issues. There. Focus. But either way, it's been ground off. You get the general premise. And in order to put it back in, having to do this one-handed is kind of tricky. I'm going to do this with 2 hands. Hey, I got it back in. And this can still cock and dry fire. So this is it's a new spec, so it's not an EU, so like mentioned, it can still cock and dry fire, like so, and it's very nice. Now, I will have to say one thing about this rifle. It's got, like I said earlier, it's got very lovely woodwork. I don't know whether that means that this rifle was put back in, either had a refurbishment or that's just the way it came off the factory in 1944, but either way, it is beautiful. Especially this butt stock here. The whole wood of the rifle looks great. Of course, there's actually the butt plate here. That looks like a new old stock one. The magazine even has a serial number. I believe it matches the bolt and the socket number. And up here is your bayonet lug. And I do have a bayonet for this, but I'm not going to fix it, so I'll probably insert some footage of the bayonet being fixed, but that's highly unlikely. But this takes a #4 over #4 Mark 1 spike bayonet, and #4 Mark 1, #4 Mark 2, #4 Mark 2 star, and a #4 Mark 3 bayonet. They all fit. And so yeah, that is kind of my short little video on my rifle #4. This is now the 6th Deac in my collection, and I'm very happy with it. Thanks for watching.